Good morning, Steve Jolly here with Benchmark Realty and the Moving to Nash Show. And today I want to talk with you about real estate myths and show you how to better understand your risk in the national housing market. It's not what you think it is. Now, no one wants to get caught buying at the top, so we're going to look at the history of prices in Nashville, and I'm also going to give you an update on the heat index. Now, let's get to business. Last week, I shared with you some data that helps gauge the effect that low inventory has on the market. Now, it's the ratio of homes that sold to those that were just listed. I call it the Nashville Market Heat Index. Now, last week I reported the heat index nearly maxed out at 99.9. Now, that means for every 100 homes that came on the market in the last month, 99.9 sold. Now, this week we got some relief with the index sitting at 92.6. Now, while the demand is fairly steady, the supply of listings is not. So I expect the index to remain in the 90s through October before tapering off at the end of the year. Now I want to help you see your biggest risk in the Nashville market. Now let's look at this chart. This is from the St. Louis Fed. Now the blue line represents housing prices in Nashville going all the way back to 1979. And the gray shaded areas represent the last 6 U.S. recessions. Now notice that prices in Nashville have only dropped one time in the last 40 years. The 18% interest rates, the oil embargo, the savings and loan meltdown, the first Gulf War, the dot-com bust, 9/11, and COVID couldn't land a punch on Nashville. It took a great recession, a worldwide recession, to bring down prices locally. And even then, Nashville was tough and fought back. From the peak in 2007 to the trough in 2009, the median sales price decreased 9.8%. Now, I know it seems a lot, but the U.S. average was 33%. Now, that's why I say the biggest risk is not participating in the Nashville real estate market. Right now, the current median price is up 18.5% year over year. Now, that's nearly $75,000 on a median price home in Nashville. Now, who can afford to miss out on $75,000? Whether you relocate in Nashville or moving across town, you may have heard horror stories about this market. Multiple cash offers, no appraisal, no inspection, thousands upon thousands over list price. It's the toughest market for buyers in the last 40 years, but it's not impossible. Now, if you want an agent who will work hard and has a proven master's level strategy for success in a seller's market, then give me a call or a text at 615-257-9996. Now, here's what one client recently said about us on Google. Gretchen and Steve are absolutely phenomenal realtors, and I can't recommend them enough to anyone looking to buy a home. I feel like they practically made the impossible happen, getting two hapless millennial first-timers into a home in Nashville during the most competitive seller's market in years, and they never gave up on us. Now, this wraps up today's episode. Next week, we'll take a look at another myth about school ratings. You'll want to see this. Peace and love, y'all. Take care.